Hello everyone, this is Arya. Today, we will be reviewing the group StarSling in an iceberg chart. If you have never heard of an iceberg chart, this is it. The more known and brighter facts or topics are on the top, and the deeper you go, the more unknown, bizarre, or dark these topics get. So let's start. First, the pre-debut project. Back in November 2023, StarSling revealed their first member, Mireille, and she soon debuted with her solo StarSling. Every half-ish month, they would reveal a new girl, and she would debut with a solo song, and then every 3 members to be revealed would form a subunit that would promote for a bit. Then the next 3 girls, then their subunit, then the next 3 girls, then their subunit, then the full group debut as 9 members. The 3 subunits were called Celestia, Lumina, and Zephyrah, and all had their unique concepts. I'm not going to get into that right now, but you can check out their channel to see more content. Now, their representative colors and animals. StarSling has very clear representative colors that would show up in their music videos. And most known, the company logo would change to each member's representative color during their solo eras. Not too much was said about their animals, but they have released an official list of all them. The 3 realms play a crucial part in StarSling's lore. From the start to the finish of StarSling's pre-debut project, the members moved realms in Starlandia, which is StarSling's lore universe. The 3 realms are Cerulean, where Celestia unit resides, Citrine, where the Lumina unit is, and the Abyss, where Zephyrah unit takes place in. I'm also not going to get into detail about this as it is very complex. It is known that Julie played as the evil queen in Lumina unit's Glass Bead music video, because Mireille wanted to control Lumina unit since they were the colors she didn't like. She placed Julie in Citrine and told her to guard them. But when they escaped, Mireille was furious and removed Julie from her first place position in Zephyrah unit. This means she was the only primary color to not be first in her unit. Not necessarily the actual original order, but this is the order that the StarSling members were accepted into the company. I find it funny how Seren was the last girl in the lineup, but the first to be accepted into the company. Now we move on to StarSling's said sister group Adore, which, fun fact, I was a part of, but Adore disbanded already. The reason they were sister groups is because Koya, the CEO, owns both companies each group is from, and they existed at the same time. Daeyoung from Adore and Mireille from StarSling did a dance video together too. It's on Quasar Creative's channel. Speaking of Adore, yes, I was a part of the group, but I left in January 2024. After I left, I was offered to join StarSling under their old CEO. I rejected it and instead created this channel. I don't regret it. I am happy for the StarSling girls and they are doing well. You have probably heard this Humming in Ziri's Heartburn music video. It's speculated to be Jia trying to look for Ziri since Jia burned Ziri's heart. Ziri's line distribution mistake is a mistake in the carol, which was sung by Miri, Noel, and Zeri. It's the second song in Ziri's Heartburn solo and in every girl's solo single album. The second track has all the past girls in it, but the girl the album belongs to always gets first place in the line distribution. And yes, this happened for every single girl besides Ziri. Instead, Miri got first place, and nobody knows why. It was most likely just a mistake or favoritism towards Miri. The Lola hiatus was a hiatus from February to April of 2024, and it was all because Koya can't manage her groups very well. She has a problem with not being able to focus on more than one group at a time. So after Lola was revealed, Koya bought Quasar Creative from their old CEO. But instead of making great use of it, she gave Adore a comeback instead of focusing on the company she literally just bought. She also could have focused on both at once, but like I said, she isn't the best at that. So basically StarSling was put on hold because Koya was too busy focusing on Adore. Dalsinho is a song StarSling used for their lore teaser and their introduction teaser. It's a playful and chill song until the end, which cuts to a man saying, "Do you find any difference between one half of your body as opposed to the other half?" Which is very creepy and could mean anything. Mr. Vampire and the Seeker are two characters in Zephyra Unit's lore. Mr. Vampire is the guardian of the sacred apple tree, and the Seeker is all the three girls combined. Each member's color also represents these. Gia's black represents Mr. Vampire, Julie's red represents the apple in the sacred tree, and Seren's white represents the Seeker who seeks forbidden things. StarSling has some lost videos which were mentioned by Koya recently. Noel's singing in the Rainside B version was lost due to the CEO switch. Lumina Unit's 2 lost MVs were due to footage loss and change of debut song. And StarSling's secret story of the Swan performance MV, which was cancelled due to the dance being too short. Celestia Unit is connected to Zephyra Unit because in Mr. Vampire MV, Zephyra Unit runs to a palace planning to rob it when Serene spots the forbidden apple tree, and Julie ends up eating the apple. Nobody knows what happened to them after that, and nobody knows what would have happened if they did rob that palace because inside was Celestia Unit filming their panorama music video. We know this when Zeri is on the balcony and her and Gia make eye contact right before Julie eats the apple. Corrupted photos were back in Zeri's era when in the thumbnail of Heartburn teaser, there is an inverted rip in the photo. This didn't show up again until Gia's concept photo for Mr. Vampire when she is holding a red apple in her left hand and burning it. There again were inverted rips in the photo. StarSling lore teaser was a teaser that has now been taken down. It was back in Elsie's era and it showed a figure appearing in the dark, then 9 animals showing, and it was each girl's animal in debut order. The abuse scandal was directed at Radiant Wave Entertainment, the entertainment Koya came from, but StarSling was still a little associated with it since Koya owned both companies. I'm not going to get into detail, but basically, Radiant Wave had an abuse scandal which ended in Adore's disbandment, and the company rebranded from Gavod Entertainment to Radiant Wave Entertainment. People speculated that StarSling was also getting abused, but was proven false. Fun fact, StarSling's debut song, Secret Story of the Swan, was spoiled all the way back in the first episode of StarSling TV in Elsie's era, where the radio switches to the song and Noel jumps in front of the camera telling them to cut it. Gia and Zeri had a few interactions in Starlandia, including Gia burning Zeri's heart and the two making eye contact in Mr. Vampire music video. Some other interactions are theorized as well. The backup dancer is an infamous character in literally all of the StarSling solos besides Xeri's. It is a girl with a light skin tone and black hair with the cute, blushy girl face mask on. She would only change dresses in a few MVs and still remains a mystery. StarSling Album Orders was a server created in Celestia Unit's era and was going to be the central place for buying StarSling albums. But when Koya bought the company, she simply moved the shop to inside the actual Quasar creative server instead. Julie's flop era is a very infamous solo era of StarSling. Pretty much what happened was that Julie's solo was back in vogue, but YouTube, for some reason, very strictly copyright blocks that song, so the music video was blocked in like almost every country. So obviously the music video didn't get as much views as the other 8 girls, so that must have been disappointing to Julie. Quasar Creative tried to repost it like 5 times, but just gave up and ended up muting the video so it wouldn't get blocked. It still remains the least viewed StarSling music video. Last but not least, 9. 9 is a very vague topic. It's a very simple explanation, but the topic remains very mysterious and dark. 9 was an eerie photo that Koya received one day through an unknown source. It is very, very glitchy and unseeable, but what's visible is a number 9 at the top and a smile, and what looks like a very glitched out headless Roblox character. We still don't know what the Roblox character is dressed with. Koya announced that she received the photo in her Discord server, and she even tried to make it into an album for StarSling but was scrapped a few days later. And that's the whole StarSling iceberg chart. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if I missed anything. Goodbye.